good layups, easy baskets. And if you're Marquette, attack the pressure. Put pressure on him. See if you can get out and get some easy buckets yourself early on here.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups. They are brought to you by Jeep. There is only one noticeable name missing from Butler today. Chuck Harris is out, not with the team. Suffered a concussion in the last ball game against Seton Hall. For Marquette, Tyler Kolek. Again, we mentioned to it just a moment ago, the fact that not enough people are talking about him nationally, I think it's a disservice to what he's been able to put together this year.
Well, he's the best player in the country at getting two guys to come to the ball, which means Marquette has an advantage. But you saw him be Big East Player of the Week. We need to start talking about him being Big East Player of the Year.
Fans on their feet. Everybody in the arena striped out. Light blue, navy blue, and yellow. And here come the Golden Eagles on offense first.
Early on, Marquette's got to dominate the paint. Butler, it's an area they struggle to dominate.
Marquette able to survive a slugfest with Villanova last time they played on this floor earlier in the week. A rainbow three from Cam Jones, in and out. Butler trying to snap a four-game losing streak. They've had a really difficult time scoring the basketball here recently. Trying to find just some consistency on this side of the floor.
And they need to get out to a really quick start. Get some easy buckets. Don't turn the ball over. I think it's good enough.
Team that turns it over almost 12 times a game. And Marquette, one of the best in the country at forcing turnovers. Also Iguodaro backing down on Manny Bates. Bates is there for the block. And Ali out of bounds is going to stay with Marquette with 16 on the shot clock. There's the stripe out here. You got the student section, which is in full throat and has been for the last 2 hours.
We've seen them out and about celebrating a little bit here in Milwaukee.
Give these kids an afternoon ball game. Yep, it's a good time.
Yeah, I don't know how they celebrate or what they celebrate with, but they've been celebrating.
Rosberg's got to get moving. 4 to shoot. Out to Kolek for an open three. Precocious with the rebound.
If you're Butler defensively, that's the start you want. 2 long threes, you can live with that.
Ali, who missed the first couple of months of the season. Bates backing down. Bates with the left hand, got his own rebound. Fresh 20. Good move by Jaden Taylor to pull it out. Taylor now pops from 3. And Kolek secures the rebound. Tough shot. Iguodaro isolated with Bates, looking for Prosper from the wing.
And it all starts because Oso's able to get the ball into the paint. The defense collapses. That's when you get your kick-out threes.
Marquette shoots better than 35% from 3 on the season. Better than 50% as a team this year. Precocious into the paint, got rid of it to Bates. And Butler has started 0 for their first 3.
Talk about how they needed to start early and often. They've got to find a way to get in that paint.
Jones slipped. Now Jones, he is so quick to get that ball out of his hand.
I love how you say it. It's the first step, but then also quick when he attacks the basket, knowing you got a shot blocker coming your way.
One of the great finishers in this conference, and it's not dunks and that type of finish. It's just around the hoop.
And he finishes with his eyes, Jeff. That's the most important. That's how you make layups. Eyes make layups.
Ali, too many steps. Another turnover for Butler. Check out the eyes of Cam Jones.
It's a simple foot. He slides. All of a sudden he goes. Now it's the little flip. But it's his eyes that finish at that target as far as why he makes it.
Shaka Smart in year number 2 at Marquette. Made the tournament last year. And he is poised to make a deep run this season. Iguodaro was looking for the cutter. It's out of bounds off of Eric Hunter Jr. There's Thad Matta. First season back at Butler. He was previously here 22 years ago. Long tenure at Ohio State. He's got a couple of his former players on his bench, helping him out as assistants now. Jones for 3. Got that one. 8-0 run to start the game for Marquette.
It's just great movement out of bounds. situation there by Marquette. They move so well as a group together.
Stevie Mitchell lighting up the basketball. Derek Hunter. Bates felt the double into the corner. Ali. Here's Prosper. Tapped. Iguodala with control. Goes baseline looking for help. There's Jones. Mitchell's tap into the hands of Taylor. Taylor trying to create space, and Prosper fouled him, and a chance for one more. Maybe that's what Butler needs to get themselves going. A three-point opportunity for Jaden Taylor. Marquette off to a good start here at home. Conference, and the two teams that are at the top, Xavier and Marquette. It's two head coaches, Sean Miller and Shaka Smart, that hang their hats on defense. But it's their offenses that are so efficient, right?
Well, and that's the scary thing, because I still think there's room defensively for both Xavier and Marquette to get better. We saw Marquette close out the game against Villanova with 7 straight stops. Now that they've done it and they've seen it, there's a lot of room still there.
Kolek got around the edge and able to get it up and over Manny Bates. No one stopped the basketball. That's one thing Thad Matta talked about, just trying to stop Tyler Kolek from penetrating.
And if you're Butler, there's no lob option in that double screen. You got to stop ball.
Butler started 1 for their first 5. Jaden Taylor on the three-point play, and we'll have an offensive foul on Butler. Manny Bates picks up the personal.
And when Bates sets that screen on that dribble handoff, you got to come and play off of 2 feet. Anytime you don't, and there's any contact, whether it's a flop or not, it's going to be called an offensive foul.
Butler has had their fair share of injury issues. That's an understatement. Tough to be cohesive with as many bodies that you're missing on the floor. Prosper had it knocked away, able to get it back. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Freshman Chase Ross hits the three.
Marquette's going to hit shots like that because that wasn't one of their better offensive possessions. Right? It was stuck a little bit. They didn't get a lot of movement, but if they hit shots like that, watch out.
Marquette 3 for 6 from distance so far. Bates on the freshman Ben Gold. Hunter now from the wing for 3. Didn't look good out of his hands.
Bates did a good job of splitting that double team in the post to create that shot opportunity.
Kolek lost his footing. And Butler able to come away with it. Koshis, the outlet. Intercepted by Ross. Well, he's been such a breath of fresh air defensively.
When you come in off the bench and you bring that energy defensively, it helps your offense and it gives you more playing time. And we've seen that.
Bench production has been so critical in Big East play. Joplin, Ross among the cornerstones. Spurs drills a 3.
Butler right now, you've been on, Marquette's been on the run. You can tell they're missing Chuck Harris right now. Find a way to get an easy look. Everything's been so tough on the offensive end.
8-0 run to start the game, and 8-0 run right now for Marquette. Bates looking for help, 5 to shoot. Lukosius. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Didn't get it off in time. I mean, if these are starting to fall for Marquette, it's going to be a long day for Butler.
Okay, and it's just a jab, and raises right up for a 3. And then Ross been so good. When you penetrate and you play with your long arms, that's when you get in passing lanes. And that's exactly what Ross has been able to do this year.
Miles Tate checks in for Butler. Bates heads to the bench. Jalen Thomas checks in. Transfer out of Georgia State. Battled his own injury problems the beginning part of the season. Joplin dials up one from the corner. Joplin was so good against DePaul last week.
And that's being really nice.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
Career high 28 down at Windcrest Arena. Precocious. Nice job moving the feet by Joplin. There's Taylor for three. Taylor's got all six.
We talked about what were going to be the keys for Butler. A quick start, then answer, then limit the turnovers. They've got 5 of those. At least there they were able to get a good shot up and put it on the rim.
Iguodala, nice job of help defense by Precocious. Forces a Marquette turnover. Precocious pull-up three.
Those are just tough shots. Tough shots now lead to runouts for Marquette, and they're off and running with a double drag here.
Precocious 41% from beyond the arc, but a tough angle that time. Joplin, speaking of angles. 10-point lead for the Golden Eagles here at home. Only lost one time on this floor all season. Swinging around. Another three. This time not to be for Taylor.
At least Taylor's feet were set there. That's the biggest thing. You got to be shot ready if you're Butler. It hasn't happened all the time.
Iguodala went to his feet. It'll be a travel. Forces the Marquette turnover, their third of the game, but a 10-point lead for Marquette here at home. A lot of happy faces, a lot of shots dropping.
Your feet set. It starts with your base. If you don't have your base, now all of a sudden you're not going to make shots. And then the second part of it is confidence. You got to believe the shot is going to go in. Those two things, and we've seen it a lot, Jeff, early on. Butler hasn't had that. Their feet have been offset at times, and then they haven't looked confident in their shooting. As you can see, Taylor's the only one to score for this team.
This is a Marquette team that can really light you up defensively. Precocious able to get it before it got to the midway point.
And then, Jeff, you look at where the pickup points are. So far out there on the perimeter. Good drive there by Taylor to attack. But the pickup points, it's just individual right now. They got to find a way to play together off of that. That's a great individual play, though.
Taylor, the only guy who's doing anything for Butler offensively. He's got all 8.
It's a mismatch there. They're going to go with the charge, but Taylor played into that. They had the mismatch. Oso's got to read that. On the first one, it's going to go in the chest. The second one, this is where they're going to get you every time. And you saw the extension of the arm a little bit there. For me, that's the correct call. Oso's got to read that. The first bump that lets you go. As soon as you go with that second bump, they're going to get you. And you saw that arm extend. Good job by Taylor.
Yeah, first foul on Iguodala. Miles Wilmus on the floor for the first time for Butler. Mitchell on Precocious, and Mitchell got his hand on Simas Precocious. First on Stevie Mitchell.
Simas did a good job of ripping through. Mitchell was right in his pocket. You rip through, you create some contact, and if you're Mitchell, just kind of back off just a tad. Still play violent like Shaka wants, still play aggressive, but when you feel that rip through, then that's where you got to get the space.
An interesting matchup down low with Iguodala and Thomas. Precocious for 3, and Iguodala tries the basketball rebound. Thomas has it. And Ben Gold trying to get his hand on it out of bounds. It'll stay with Butler. 12 seconds on the shot clock.
I love, Jeff, and I mean love, how high their hands were on this. On the double team off of the ball screen, they showed high hands. And then you've got a young freshman at Ben Gold that's able to get out too. Look at how high the hands are. Because of the high hands, it makes that skip pass so tough, and it gives Ben Gold the time to get out there and get the deflection.
Taylor, the reverse. Another offensive rebound, but it's stripped away by Gold. Missed opportunity for Butler. And turnover number 6. And now another turnover by Marquette. That is their 5th. The team that's been pretty good at keeping the basketball in control.
Especially for a team that plays fast.
Right.
This is what I'm so impressed with Marquette. They play fast. they don't turn the ball over. And the shots that they get are quality shots. Usually when you have a team that plays fast, they turn the ball over a lot, or they take bad shots. Marquette doesn't do any of it, and that's why they're 14th in the country.
Number one offensive efficiency team, according to Ken Pom. Top 20 defensively, too. Taylor ran right into Cam Jones. 7 to shoot. A step back three. Off the front of the iron. Mitchell with a long rebound.
Tough shot attempt there by Butler.
Miles Tate on the miss. Still only Jaden Taylor has made a shot for the Bulldogs. Kolek with a larger Lukosius on him. Kolek falling away, and he just threw it away. Miles Tate able to finish. 6-point lead for Marquette.
The turnover leads to an easy bucket for Butler.
Marquette with a shimmy stick there, and a whistle before the shot or the block. Pick up Tate on the foul.
And here's a question for Butler. They got down. One of the keys was to get there early. Do they have the answer? Right, it starts with some of that. They've been battled here. This lead hasn't expanded greatly. They're only down 6. They got a turnover. They got a lamp. Can they get another stop? Can they build upon that? Can they get a good offensive possession if they get the stop? That's been the question over the last 4 games for this Butler team. Is can they respond if they get down?
At one point down 16-3. They battled back. Marquette's been turning the ball over. Some unforced errors by the Golden Eagles. Prosper spinning, running into Bates. Nice backdoor cut. Stevie Mitchell turned it over. Over 5 minutes, Marquette has gone without a bucket. Corner at 3 for Ollie. Look out. Here come the Bulldogs. 3-point ball game. Turnovers turning into offense for Butler.
Butler's, and I think the beginning part you saw the no Chuck Harris part. They just looked out of sync a little bit. And I think that's kind of what you saw there. And we'll see what they do on the defensive end. Now, if you're Marquette, don't turn the ball over. You've already got 9 of them. You only average 11.
Mitchell nearly fell to his feet. And Stevie Mitchell over the top of Eric Hunter. Snaps that scoring drought that had gone over 5 minutes. From Butler. Taylor was trying to lead Manny Bates under the hoop.
And Stevie Mitchell got away with the hold. That's what happened. I'm a big, so I'm going to step up for my bigs right here. But Stevie Mitchell had a little bit of a hold there. It's a tough one to see, but there was a foul there. That might just be me being a big, trying to get a big foul, though, Jeff.
Oh, I see you working. Isolation for Joplin. Joplin ducks underneath.
Good patience. Really good patience. Really realizing there's no double team. You've got a little bit of a size advantage. Take your time and finish through the contact.
First points of the game for David Joplin. Followed his 28 with 7 against Villanova in the victory earlier in the week. Nice tap away by Prosper. Forces another turnover. Numbers for Marquette. Oh, Prosper fouled to go to the line.
It's amazing how this game works. When you turn the ball over, bad things happen. We saw that with Marquette earlier on. They turn out now all of a sudden. Now Marquette gets the steal, and they're out, and they're running. And that's the thing with this game. Omax does a really good job of getting around without too much contact, creates the deflection. Now Marquette's off and running, and you get the ball in Tyler Kolek's hand, and he's going to make the right play.
Good things happen when the ball's in Tyler Kolek's hands. Prosper misses the first. He's 77% on the season. Manny Bates checks out with 2 fouls, so Jalen Thomas is in. Thomas was in the game when Butler made their run. Prosper 1 out of 2. And Oso Iguodaro going to check in for Cam Jones. Iguodaro, no points so far. He's turned it over 3 times. Pressure here from Marquette defensively. Time to shoot now. Post touch and a foul. Thomas had the mismatch on Ross.
Jeff, the difference there, Ross got stuck behind. When you get stuck behind, that's where the foul comes. We saw the turnover with Omax. He got around it, but Jay, he gets stuck there. When you get stuck there and then try to reach around, that's when the foul comes.
First on Ross. 10 seconds back on the clock as well. Ali, his baseline jumper is good.
Good individual play there. In a big 6 minutes. I know it's the end of the first half, but Butler can't let this game get away from him. That was a really good response.
Iguodaro still without a bucket. Trying to get to the paint. Now he's in the score column.
He's grown so much over the year. So much in that situation. Post play, reads the defense, takes his time. Beginning of the year, he would have been sped up.
He's got to be the most improved player in the conference.
Yeah, yes.
Just with opportunity more than anything else, he has grown. Talked to coaches around the league. He's a totally different guy than when he stepped onto campus a couple of years ago. Taylor's floater over Iguodaro, all through the shot. And Marquette's got 3 players that are essentially doubling their production from a year ago. Cam Jones, Omax Prosper, and Iguodaro. Prosper for 3. 8-point lead for Marquette. Hunter trying to speed up the tempo. Sped himself up.
That's what Marquette's defense does to you. They're a reason that they get so many steals.
Now Joplin. Prosper kept it alive. Prosper missed the bunny. Thought he had a foul. Didn't get it. And another turnover. That is number 10. Pollock driving. Lukosius made it tough. Into the corner, Lukosius, an open 3. Got it. Butler trying to climb back in.
We were talking about shot ready earlier on in the game. That's a prime example of being shot ready. The coach's feet were set for the catch. You raise up, you make so many more shots that way.
Joplin spinning around, had it knocked out of his hands. Going to stay with Marquette. Subs coming in. Stevie Mitchell, Cam Jones, Ben Gold all ready to check. These officials are letting them play. This game's going back and forth.
I say it every time we do a Big East game, but Big East basketball, like that's what it is. It's going to be physical. Play through the contact.
.418 to go in this first half. Last 7 minutes or so of game action, Marquette has only scored 7 points. Butler's done a better job on the defensive end. Ross, open lane, look out! The parting of the Red Sea for Chase Ross.
You've seen it, but it must be nice to be able to jump like that. You can jump like that, I can't.
I need a trampoline for that. Ali for 3. In and out. Cam Jones hasn't had the feel in this first half. 1 for 4 now from distance for Cam. Lukosius inside. Jalen Thomas was left alone. A timeout called by Thad Matta. 3:02 left to go in this first half. Butler not going anywhere.
We've talked about being shot ready. Get to halftime. The last 4 games have not been close at halftime. The last game that they've won against Villanova, they were up 10 at halftime. Get to half. Don't let Marquette have any runs right now over the last few minutes. That's why it was such a smart move. And now he goes zone and change up the look.
Thad Matta not leaving anything in the tank, that's for sure. Also, Iguodala blocked by Thomas.
Great timeout, great zone call then out of the timeout as well.
Slip in the hand there. No whistle. Plenty of time on that shot clock. Ollie falling away. Couldn't get it. Quick shot of the shot clock.
Quick shot and tough shot. Don't love that shot, especially after you get the stops and playing with great momentum.
Mitchell steps back. His 3 is short. Long rebound out to Lukosius. Marquette does such a nice job getting back in transition. Very few fast break opportunities against this defense. Coming up on 2 minutes. Lukosius dipped underneath. Couldn't make the shot, and Lukosius is going to be charged with a foul.
And a great move. Just didn't finish it. Took his time, shot fake, didn't finish it. But then on top of it, he gets a cheapie. That's what you got to clean up. The best part of that, though, is it didn't lead to a rebound runouts for Marquette. So they're all right. If you're Butler, you're fine. It's a dead ball. Take it out. Try to get some stops. You're 158. Don't let Marquette go on a run over these 2 minutes if you're Butler. Back in the zone.
Kolek checks in for Stevie Mitchell to run the point. Both Kolek and Iguodala have been quiet in this first half for the Golden Eagles. Inside to also. Ross for 3. Prosper trying to keep it alive, and Prosper is going to pick up the foul. We're talking about sticking with the opponent here for Butler. I mean, the last 4 ball games, it has been tough getting to halftime. The last time they won was against Villanova. They had a 10-point lead in that ball game. You got to have faith and have your players believe if you're Butler.
And the zone that they brought out defensively, what does the zone do? It slows down a team. It makes more passing opportunities. It runs down the shot clock. And it's done a good job. Coach Matta's done a good job of getting to that half when you're a minute and a half. Offensively, run some good action.
Taylor half blocked. And Iguodala a little slow to get up the floor on the other side. Iguodala backing down on Thomas. Right hand, didn't get the roll. 1 minute to go. Kolek right on Lukosius' hip. Good drive, blocked by Ross. So athletic, the freshman Chase Ross. Kolek now, his floater good.
And Butler had a good couple of offensive possessions. They just didn't finish, and it could have been a 2-point game, 3-point game here. Now you're looking at 7. You got the end of the clock situation. You're going to run it late here with about 8 seconds left. Get the last shot here. You're either going to go down 5 or 7.
1 second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Watch for Marquette to double this, trap this ball screen.
There was a double. Gold knocking away. Kolek 1-on-3, and he's fouled. Ben Gold is down on the other side. It's some words between Tyler Kolek and Ali.
As you slap down on top, that's when you're going to get them.
You mentioned Butler going into the half with a little bit of positivity.
So it should have been 7 or 5, right?
Yep.
Instead, now you're looking to be down in situations where you just, again, you can't have that. It's a Butler. Get the possession. Don't have the turnover.
And Kolek drains them both. He's got 6 points in this first half to go with 4 assists. And they get the basketball with 4 seconds.
With 4 seconds, now you're going to run a shooter out to the corner and then throw something to the top. There's your corner shot.
And Jones buries it. That's exactly how he ended Villanova at the half. This one wasn't from half court, but a corner three, and the momentum squarely on the wings of the Golden Eagles.
Energy was that great, though, the first half. I think there's a lot of room and improvement. We hear Shaka Smart talk a lot about be violent. I didn't feel like Marquette played to that level of violence that they normally play to in the first half. So they've got room to improve in that second half as well.
See how Butler responds. They've got the basketball first to open up this second half. Feels like, talked about them getting off to a fast start in the first half. This first 4-minute segment of the second half might be even more critical. Manny Bates into the dunk. Bates' his first points of the day.
And you hit it right on the head with that. Get off to a good start. Getting to the front of the rim with a finish like that is what you should have asked for. Great execution by Butler.
Cam Jones just throws it away. He was looking for help, never got it. Went down hard. Remember, didn't play a lot in the second half of that DePaul game. A bit of a hip pointer, but was fine in the last game. 34 minutes against Villanova. There's something to keep in your back pocket on Cam Jones.
And him and Tyler Cole got 24 points in that second half against Villanova. And they needed all of it, right? The energy that they brought, understanding how to score.
Closing out halves, closing out games. That's what Marquette thrives on. 7 to shoot. Ali. A lot of individual play here. He's running out of time, and that's not a very good possession for Butler.
Well, you said a lot of individual play. That's what that was. Good basketball in the offensive end. You get multiple sides of the floor touches. You get cutting action. You put pressure on the rim in unique ways. You didn't get it in that possession.
Ali, the transfer from Akron. Kolek drills a three.
And that's the way this game of basketball works. You have a bad offensive possession, then you come down and you give up a three.
13-point lead. See the points off the turnovers. 17 for Marquette. They're taking full advantage of the miscues from Butler. Mismatch here with Bates. Precocious open man. That's Taylor who drills a three.
It's back-to-back plays that Butler ran that action. Ball screen and then a back screen to get Bates in the post. Then they double team and they got a dunk before. Then they got that kick out three.
Gadaro, soft touch. Bates pulls down the rebound. Taylor had the first 8 points for Butler. These were his first points since 11 in the game. Jaden Taylor making the start for Chuck Harris. Out with a concussion. Precocious. You hear it?
Saturday, it's always open, the bank, isn't it? It's open until what, noon? It just depends what time zone we're in.
Yeah, which branch are you going to? That one was open. Precocious now with a couple of threes, 6 points in the game. Kolek. Now Prosper drives baseline and a blocking foul is called. That's on Taylor.
Butler's done a good job coming out and executing on the offensive end. The ball screen into the up screen. They've gotten the ball in the post. They created the mismatch. Then they bring the double team. Bates did a good job of facing up. Hit the cutter in that short post area. One more kick for three. Good patience.
Letting the ball travel a little bit. Kolek off the heel that time. Prosper, too strong. Bates tries to keep it alive. I don't know if you have to call it or not. It still counts, but here's Lukosius and his three.
I want to find a bank that's open until 12. That's all I know with that. But shooters have to shoot. Lukosius is a shooter. You know that. He's averaging 41.4% from three. Sometimes you need a little luck on your side, too.
Butler could use all the breaks they can get. 3 minutes gone by here in the second half. Jones. That one wouldn't go for him, and it's out of bounds going to Butler. Down by 7. A rare miss at the rim for Cam Jones.
And he's so good at fishing. You said a rare miss because he gets in there and he's so crafty.
Eric Hunter silent today. 4 rebounds, just 1 shot. Butler's point man, transfer from Purdue. Bates got the second half started with his first points. Precocious shot clock winding down. A brick that time. Nice backdoor cut to Stevie Mitchell. The vision from Iguodaro.
Can't fall asleep against this Marquette team. They're going to cut, and they're going to cut again. Marquette does such a great job of cutting the 2 spaces. They cut to the rim, and then Mitchell, once he's had it, he cuts right out.
Whistle on Stevie Mitchell. Beautiful backdoor feed here from the big man.
Good things happen when you cut to the front.
Away within the last couple of weeks. Again, 1977 championship for Marquette. Celebrated on National Marquette Day today. We thank those to Blue and Gold Brewing Company for supplying with us a couple. We'll enjoy them after the game.
I was going to say, we haven't had any yet.
No,
I'm sure some Marquette fans are thinking I haven't.
No.
But afterwards, I will.
We appreciate the sentiment. It's awesome and great atmosphere this afternoon. Kohler kept it alive into the hands of Joplin. Another turnover. Number 13 for Butler.
There is a reason that Marquette is first in the Big East in steals and 13th in the nation. They are so active with their hands.
Chase Ross, who had that thunder dunk in the first half, ran right into Manny Bates and a travel.
Sloppy on offense by Marquette. We have not seen this many turnovers from Marquette. 10 of them here. Just very, very sloppy.
Had just 7 turnovers the entire game against Villanova last time out. 10.5 plus thus far. And speaking of turnovers, just a throwaway that time by Lukosius. Thought Bates was going to be in the paint. With that motto, I mean, again, this is a team that has not spent a lot of time on the floor together at full capacity. That has to be some of the growing pains they're going through.
Yeah, it is. Chemistry in the game of basketball you have to have. We have so many guys in and out of lineups. No Chuck Harris this afternoon. You've got to find that rhythm. And when you're not together, how do you do it?
Kolek trying to find space, had it knocked out. Shot clock winding down. Joplin has it. Fall away 3. Oh my! David Joplin. Backbreaker for Butler. Defended so well that entire possession. With 1 second left, it goes down, and Pat Mata has seen that one too many times this year.
David Joplin does a great job of finding a way to get this shot off. I don't know how he made it, and Coach Mata doesn't know how he made it either, as he looks over at us, because before the game, he said, we have some of the worst luck when it comes to those tough shots at end of clocks. We've done everything we're supposed to do, and then guys and teams make those shots against us.
Jaden Taylor misses the 3 that time, sitting on 11 points. Ross, a little spinorama, got rejected, but a foul before all of it. I mean, you want to talk about demoralizing shots. That one right at the end of the shot clock could be it.
Defensively, Butler, it's everything you need to do. The only thing there that makes it capable is Tate was the one closing out, and he's a little bit shorter, coming in at 6 feet. Versus Joplin, who's 6'7". That's the only difference there. You guard it the way you're supposed to guard.
Ross misses the first of 2. Butler's only been to the line 1 time. And that was the first bucket of the game when Jaden Taylor made a shot and converted on the 3-point play. That's the only free throw that they have taken the entire contest. Marquette 4 for 6 from the line. With pressure defense and a foul on Ben Gold. First on Gold. He's the perfect name for National Marquette Day, right?
You couldn't have put it any better.
Right?
Well, I never thought about it that way, but you're not wrong. I mean, you're never wrong.
I'm wrong a lot. Just ask my wife. But I mean, Ben Gold, he's a perfect Marquette player.
I think he's going to be really good for them in the future. Really good. He's a big that can stretch it. He's got really good feet.
Taylor ran right into Iguodala. Shot clock winding down. Wilmuth wouldn't go for Butler, but kicks out to Lukosius. Fresh 20. Nice feed on the give and go. Unfortunately, Chase Ross did a great job to absorb the contact.
Outside defense, you play together on the offensive side, but you play together on the defensive side as well. And help each other.
There's Gold in the corner. His three is short. Bates. Nice feed inside to Wilmuth.
I will give a lot of credit to Butler. They're doing a good job of getting the ball in the post and playing through Bates and being patient. Now they got to get stops on this side.
I almost feel like that's a way to attack this Marquette team because they don't really have a true big. Joplin fires from three, not this time. Also plays bigger than his 6'9" frame. Joplin on the steal. Numbers for the Golden Eagles. Ross down to his feet. Here comes Joplin. And a reset of the offense. Iguodala just threw it away. Shaka Smart is beside himself.
That look that Shaka Smart gave also. You just don't see that past also. How good he's been all year long being a facilitator for this team.
Iguodala has just 2 points. He's turned it over 5 times.
Yeah.
Lukosius spinning around. Lukosius able to finish.
You talked about Marquette, and kind of the weakness. To me, the biggest weakness that they have is, are they willing to guard for long possessions? When you get the ball in the post, that starts a long possession.
Iguodala now with 4.
And also just looks like, I might have made a bad pass, but I'm going to give you 2 points right now.
Lead back up to 11. You start looking at schedules, and we'll probably get into that as we progress in the game. Wilmuth from the elbow. And Marquette. 3 of the next 5 are on the road, including trips to UConn and Creighton. Ross puts it on the deck, trying to create space, and Wilmuth with a foul. Joplin may be the backbreaker here today. 11-10 to go, a lot to be decided, but a huge shot for Marquette.
Your player, where Tyler has grown the most has been the sugar. Talking to guys, embracing guys, creating relationships. To me, that's why he's player of the year right now. Front runner. I know people are going to say you're calling the game. That's what. No, it's because this team was picked ninth. Yeah. This team is winning. I value winning so much. And that's why, to me, right now, as we sit here today, Tyler Kolek is the front runner for Big East Player. And it's because, yes, he scores, steals, assists, but it's the leadership that he's brought to this Marquette team.
I love that. Sugar and hot sauce. Because a lot of leaders are pretty intense, but you got to soften it up a little bit,
too.
You
have to. And that's where Shaka said he's grown so much.
That defense causing another turnover. That's the 16th for Butler. The growth in leadership from Tyler Kolek from last year to this year. So impressive. And listen, he's from Rhode Island. They don't make him, nice and cupcakey in Rhode Island.
They don't make them sugary? They're not sugary, they're hot saucy.
They are gritty.
I love that term by Shaka. He told me about it. I love it. Like, you're right. That's what it is.
It's going to be a T-shirt. And if it's not, it will be.
It will be.
Iguodala backing down. It's too easy. And the mismatch on Jaden Taylor. Largest lead of the game for Marquette.
Marquette's piece. If you look at Stephen Mitchell, just heating up the ball right now. Like, there's so many different guys that step up throughout the game.
Taylor goes to the rack, and he's able to finish it.
It's been aggressive all night, all afternoon.
Got a game high 13. Inside look. Also Iguodala. How many times have those two pulled that move off?
It's not Stockton Malone yet, all right? I'm not saying that it is, but it is really fun to watch.
Local Drew Holiday to Giannis. If you
that
want
we
to.
could be with, yes.
Taylor thought about the three, instead Mitchell made him think otherwise. Taylor drives, and it's rejected by Iguodala. 2 to shoot. Hunter trying to create space, and his knuckleball drops.
You've had some really good shot clock last second shots in this game.
First bucket of the afternoon for Eric Hunter Jr. Prosper is strong to the rack.
That's kind of getting back to that Marquette basketball, getting to the rim.
Ali dials one up. Here's Mitchell, pulls it in. This is the tempo that Marquette wants to play with. Back and forth, use their athleticism. Iguodala whip pass. Too tall for Omax Prosper. With his offense from high atop.
When you run the two screens, the double drag here, and Tyler Kolek does a great job of reading. He does a fantastic job of getting two guys to commit. Now, do they commit with their body? They committed with their eyes. And then you look at those on the defensive end. We've talked about Marquette not having a big, but they have length. And that kind of can overcome some of not having a big.
Also, Iguodala with a couple of blocks today. He has 43 on the season. He's got over half of the team's blocks. Taylor's had a great afternoon trying to find space. Doesn't have it. Mismatch. Lukosius for three. Kolek kept it alive, and Lukosius has it now. Ali passed up the three. Lukosius second try. He had two good looks on that possession.
Two really good looks.
Marquette trying to create some space, up by 14. Into the hands of Ali. Taylor up ahead. Taylor going to go to the line. Joplin with the foul. Also Iguodala with authority.
When you pass to each other, good things happen. Great offensive rebounds. They give up 32.9%, ninth in the Big East. And Butler's a team that only gets about 18% of their own offensive rebounds, 11th in the Big East. That's got to be a focal point. You have to make sure that you're going and getting the rebound together as five.
See Lukosius at the free throw line. Someone from the Marquette bench ended up picking up a technical foul as we were going to break. So Lukosius hits the two free throws. And now Jaden Taylor is at the line to shoot a couple of more. So this is a big swing. Remember, we saw the swing at the end of the half from Marquette. It was a 5-point lead, ballooned to 12. That 7 will run the last 34 seconds, aided by a technical. See if Butler can take advantage.
See, they get this to 10, and then you slowly start by getting stopped. We heard Shaka talk about how when Butler's loading to the ball in the defensive end, they load to the ball. Marquette's got to try to get multiple sides of the floor to get the defense to shift to create some driving lanes.
I mentioned earlier in the half, Butler had only taken one foul shot heading into those 4 that were just taken. For Marquette, got to try and find some offense right now and stop this Butler run of sorts.
Right now on the two sides of the floor, the ball has not moved on this possession.
Joplin looking for space, another 3.
Not a good possession by Marquette.
Trying to get it into single digits. The Butler Bulldogs 6 for 21 from 3 so far this afternoon. Inside touch, Ali able to finish over the top of Cam Jones. It's down to 9. Gold goes baseline, left hand and one. 7-footer with some athleticism.
I told you he's going to be good, but for me it started with the side ball screen, and all of a sudden they had the switch, and then he's able to keep his eyes on the basket. I know I've talked a lot about it today, but eyes make layups, and that's exactly what Ben Gold did in that situation. He wasn't worried about the contact. He wasn't worried about if he's going to get hit. He's worried about making the layup. Guess what? When you worry about that, normally you fight through the contact. You give yourself a chance for an and one opportunity.
And Gold misses the free throw. Gold with a couple of points today. Rebounds and a pair of steals to go along with it. Taylor got knocked away. Mitchell's the trailer. Mitchell got that one rejected by Taylor. It's out of bounds. Going to stay with Marquette with 11 on the shot clock. Pat Driscoll explaining to the Butler bench. Take another look.
That's the right call. It is. It stays there. And it should have.
Only question was Mitchell was laying out of bounds when it touched him. As Jones.
But I think it hit the end line first before it hit Mitchell.
Iguodala picks up a foul. Just his second. Kind of a critical juncture at this point. We got the under 4 timeout. Marquette leading by 11. Chase Ross about ready to check back in. Cam Jones will check out, but Thad Matta, he's got to try and find some offense and in a hurry.
And Jeff, by doing that, right now, quick pin down, another screen, by putting pressure on the rim, or then get a shot.
Koshis with a good ball fake, leads to Taylor's 3. That's a massive 3 for the Bulldogs.
And it was a simple screen action. They were able to get just enough penetration, create enough separation to get the shot off, and then Taylor was shot ready.
Kolek fouled. Jalen Thomas. The offense here on this possession. It's a good look from Taylor.
Taylor drives just enough. Then all of a sudden the coach with a shot fake pass back. One extra. The one extra pass gets it to Taylor, who then was shot ready and finds the bottom of the net.
That ball fake led to Chase Ross leaving his feet. Help came from Mitchell. Cam Jones into the corner now. Kolek for 3. Big miss for Kolek. See if Butler can take advantage. 5 minutes to go. Koshis 3. Got it. Just like that, it's a 5-point deficit, and the Bulldogs are biting back. Back-to-back 3.
Response. For Coach Bennett, you gotta love the fight that this Butler team has shown.
Down by as many as 15 in the second half. Let's see if Marquette has an answer. They always have. This is the part of the game that they have taken over. The end of the first half, the end of game. It has been Marquette's time to shine.
Remember the first half, Butler pressed a little bit. They went to the zone. Don't go to the zone here. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see it towards the end of this second half.
Mismatch on Iguodala. Ross open lane, and he got it up before Bates could come in and pack it.
You touch the post, you skip it across, and then Ross realizes, I'm just going to take my quick first step and go right to the front of the rim.
Ross has 10 off the bench to lead the Golden Eagles scoring attack. And a travel. Great help defense to force too many steps from Eric Hunter. Turnover number 18 for Butler.
And it's hurt him. I mean, you just can't, anytime you turn the ball over that much. You know Marquette forces it.
Prosper isolated, 10 to shoot. Prosper spinning around. Iguodala trying to keep it alive and hit it into his own bench, and that will lead us to our final media timeout. 3:50 to go in downtown Milwaukee. Marquette has the lead.
Brought that ended the first half up because it was a 7-point half. Well, where we sit, a 7-point game.
And it could have easily been a 5-point game or even less if Butler didn't get sloppy turning it over at the end, plus a technical foul. Final stanza of this one, Lukosius. Teardrop. He's had a great second half. He leads with 15.
And that was the same action they were running earlier in the second half to get base and post touch, but Marquette doesn't come over and stop the ball, and that's why the coach is able to turn the corner.
Cam Jones. Just 8 points in this game, only one in double figures for Marquette, and that's Chase Ross. Prosper fouled, and he will go to the line. Lukosius thought he played good defense that time.
Marquette had the advantage there. Prosper foot is faster, right? Like his feet are just faster here. He gets Lukosius on the side.
Not a lot there.
There wasn't a lot. If anything, it's going to be down below in the body with the hand. But it's a tough one.
And Prosper at the line, 1 for 2 so far today. And he misses the first. Big free throws coming down the stretch. Marquette 6 for 10 so far at the free throw line. As a team shooting just better than 71%. And Prosper 1 out of 2. Just able to tickle that one over the iron.
And watch for this pressure to be picked up. Exactly. The intensity level for Marquette, you could just see as soon as that free throw went in, they were picking up.
17,500 plus in unison on their feet. And it's Marquette basketball. Turnover number 19, and it's forced by Prosper.
They can't review it.
Like Bates, that
they got it right, yeah.
Index
absolutely,
finger.
Jeff.
Great shot from our camera crew. Prosper cut off. Trying to shoot. Kolik's got to go. Knocked away. Here comes Butler. Empty possession for Marquette. Hunter off the heel. Hunter's made just one shot in the game as we come up on 2 minutes.
And he gave up a good shot. Not a good shot.
Marquette just bleeding that clock, trying to get a good look. Kolik. Numbers for Butler. Hunter, left hand. In too tight up against the window. Number for Butler, Chuck Harris, not with the team, suffered a concussion in the last game. That's one of your closers that you're without.
Jeff, and you're right. In transition, Hunter just gets too far underneath the basket and misses it. But with Chuck Harris out, you know, the transition not so much, but the last couple of possessions prior to that, that guy that can get to the paint, that can be a bucket getter, that gives you almost 12 a game.
Kolik, the closer. 11 for Kolik. Taylor's drive and a whistle. Cam Jones picks it up. Tyler Kolik finishing at the rim.
And you said it, the closer, Jeff, but he's done it in so many ways. And Cam does a good job of getting there first, but they said he came down with the hands. That was the motion that was made. There's a lot of contact.
Taylor leading all scorers now with 18 points. 2 big free throws here for Butler. Butler has hung in there. There's no doubt about it. There's been no quit in the Bulldogs today. And Thad Matta calls a timeout. Still has 2 remaining. Both teams with 2 timeouts, 1:22 to go.
Under a minute. Don't have to foul right away in this situation. He's going to try to trap, get some steals, get some traps, see if he can get a couple of bad passes back and forth.
Both teams are in the bonus. And Jones fouled.
And Coach Matta is just, you don't need a foul there. And he's got his hands. Yeah. Coach Matta just looks confused.
It set up that defense,
it was right there. Like, it was what you needed to do. You just needed to execute it.
It sends Cam Jones to the line. 76% free throw shooter. Ali picked up the personal. Jones's first foul attempts of the afternoon. And he misses. That's a huge miss. Sag back on that defense just a bit. There's the 3. Hunter short. 1 minute to go.
You can still try to get traps. You don't need the foul.
And as you say that, Ali picks up his 3rd. He's the first player 3 fouls in the game. That was a big miss from Hunter. And again, that's the loss of not having Chuck Harris on your roster and available today.
You're exactly right, Jim. It just understanding score, time, situation. We've talked about it not necessarily being in this situation. You didn't need to foul those last 2 possessions. Ali fouled both of those times. And the bench, both times, just kind of had this look of, okay, now next play, but we didn't necessarily need that there.
Still 1-1 for Cam Jones, and he misses again. And Butler is being gift-wrapped an opportunity. Can they take advantage?
Marquette in this zone.
Too much time here for Butler. Good close by Mitchell. Taylor trying to create space. Mitchell. What a job by Stevie Mitchell. Just hounding the Bulldogs. Deep 3, Ali. And that with Stevie Mitchell front and center.
And now you need a foul. And that was a possession by Butler, just not being in enough of these situations. You had more than enough time. Marquette was taking away the 3. You can see how active they were on all the 3-point shooters. Hands shown all the time. No fouls. Moving their feet. Being aggressive. If you're Marquette, that's everything you needed to be. If you're Butler, you were worried about the 3 too much. Get to the paint, score the layup, make it a 4-point game, and then foul and extend the game. They did, and now you're in a really tough situation now with 25 seconds left.
So much time elapsing, and again, tons of credit to Stevie Mitchell for that performance defensively. He is unsung in that department in the conference. But if he's on you, you know he's on you in a hurry.
Good luck if he's on you.
Jaden Taylor with a great game today. Game high 19. An air ball that time was altered, and on National Marquette Day, number 14 is going to escape a ferocious Butler attempt. 60-52, our final score. Brian, this was a really fun game this afternoon.
It was fun. If you're Marquette, you got the win that you needed to get to stay on top of the Big East.
Marquette with a 60-52 victory on National Marquette Day. Shaka Smart did just enough to get this one done.
I wouldn't say it was a clean